Okay, let's go again. So I had to restart Claude. It wasn't properly installed. So anyway, let's get back to Claudia. So Claudia is a GUI for Claude Code, and it's not really fully released in my opinion. It's not quite ready. There's a few bugs, but it's an interesting idea to see what people are doing around these GUI tools. Yeah, so agent will continue running. So I've been having a play with, if I just go back to the main menu here, come on, please work. It was working. So you've got CC projects and CC agents. So I think the way this works is CC projects is like your interactive Claude command. So if you just type Claude in a normal CLI window, CLI terminal, you'd get a interactive session. Whereas if you do Claude-P, that's like a non-interactive session. So I think that's what in the background CC agents is doing essentially. So the idea behind this is you can create multiple agents and kick them off on various tasks and just have them running in the background. So I want to I don't know, yeah, like game creator or something, game dev. So you can choose the model and you can give it a system prompt. So recreate the classic snake game has been done to death, isn't it? Breakout. Okay, then we can save that and then execute the agent and then select the path for the project. I think if I give it that path, it should be smart enough to create a new folder, I would hope. Create. Actually, the system prompt is probably trying to get my head around that. So that's what it's going to run every time, isn't it? So, and then it's got these tasks. Okay. Execute. So we've got that agent running. And this one running as well. That's what I did earlier. Well, that's completed already. And the other one is pending. So it looks like you can go in and review the task of what it did. So this one was to make the Mario game work that I'd started. I mean, there is some. I think there is some utility for creating maybe a GUI, but I think at the moment I'm probably going to just stick with the CLI. I might have a go of this on mobile. I think at the moment it's a little bit early to be a little bit early for these GUIs, so there seems to be quite a few bugs. So I think what'd be interesting is to come back again in like a week or two's time, see the progress of this project. I'm curious to see what they do with it. And it's got these MCP servers, so I guess is the idea. It's meant to be make it a lot easier to, well, more user friendly, I guess, for the people that aren't really comfortable with the terminal. Add server. Yeah, I mean, I think with this, you know, if the idea of a GUI is nice, but I think if you're going to do it, it's got to be really kind of, okay, I'll click. You got to think, well, who is this really for? Is it for developers who are familiar with command line? Is it for people who are not familiar with it? And I think most people who are not developers and are not technical, they don't really know what an MCP server is. And I think this is part of the problem, is we just sort of try and get this language out of the way. I think maybe, you know, the utility of it is that you can connect other services, right? So if I was making a GUI for this, I mean, I wouldn't maybe call it MCP servers, or maybe call it something else, but I think it depends on who the target audience is. I think there is some interest, some utility, some usefulness behind this, but I think this is quite nice with the agents. You can kind of kick off multiple agents. It's kind of cool. And I do like the usage dashboard. It's quite nice. It does feel a bit slow on WSL, just a little bit slow. You can edit your system prompt, Claude system prompts, which I imagine that sort of is the root CLAUDE.md file. So all the agents and all of the interactive sessions would refer to this. So you can set some global rules here, I imagine. Let's see if this projects bits works now. It crashed earlier, so I quite like this kind of feature where it shows you the to-do list. Looks quite nice, clean. I think yeah, what would be good maybe later on is connecting different project managers and things like that. Like if you can connect up Trello or Jira. I hate Jira, but you know, have a way of feeding in different tools, and I imagine that's through the MCP configuration. Okay, is this going to work? Preview. Let's create a game and index. So open the game. I was hoping I'd just be able to press the preview button and it works. I think we're live. So yesterday I was looking at trying to get Claudia. It's a bit slow on the. Yeah, I'm not. I don't know. It seemed a lot slower. I don't think I'm going to use this at the moment because it just seems slower than using the CLI for me. I think there is some potential utility in this tool. Maybe it's faster on Mac or something. I think in WSL this just doesn't really seem to work that well. It does have some nice features. I like the usage dashboard. That's quite cool. I do like the agents feature. I think that's probably got maybe more utility than that interactive session, but yeah, I think there's some scope here. It'd be interesting to see see how this develops and how what other GUIs pop up for Claude Code. But I think for now, personally, I'll be sticking with the CLI. Kind of knee deep in kind of custom bash RC commands and things like that, and aliases. So yeah, at the moment I don't really see a massive need for this, if I'm honest with you, for myself. But I can see where maybe if I was giving this to somebody less technical, maybe they're not familiar with the command line and they just want some sort of interface, then yeah, I could see this having some definite usage. Maybe a way of customizing this, to, just getting some ideas, if you was to wanted to put this kind of on a server somewhere, or maybe have like a public facing URL like behind some authorization and give some client some sort of access to some sort of building system. I guess I don't need to know that it's Claude Code in the background. You could potentially use your license. I don't know what the if that breaks the terms of service or something, but maybe there's an idea there where you're using this as a front end for your clients, potentially, people who are not technical. Personally, I would abstract away a lot of this extra stuff and just have a single prompt, probably. But yeah, interesting project. I'll probably come back in a few weeks' time, maybe see how it progresses. I'd probably like to try it out on Mac maybe next time I come around to it. So yeah, it was very difficult. It wasn't the easiest thing to get set up on WSL. Does seem a bit slow as well. It could just be my laptop, to be fair. So if anyone else has any good success with this, I'll be curious to know about it. Yeah, but yeah, nice idea. Agents feature's pretty cool, I think. And yeah, I think we're interested to see how it goes. So leave it there. I'll see you in the next one.